There's a character in Rick and Morty who went to Morty's high school, lives in a world ruined by Cronenbergs, and is personal friends with Summer. The same character can also break the fourth wall and know he's on TV. It's not Morty, it's Mr. Poopybutthole. The evidence for this massive theory has been hiding in plain sight, scattered across video games, web extras, and brief flashes in the show itself. Season 4 brought him back, but the real story is not what he's doing now, but who he was. The trailer for Rick and Morty Season 4 brought back some of the most memorable side characters in the show's history. Gearhead was back, seemingly have forgiven Rick for ripping out his sensitive parts. The Meeseeks returned, causing chaos once again, and of course there was everyone's favorite, Mr. Poopybutthole, who apparently had moved on to become a college professor. Ooh-wee. But his return brings back one of the biggest, most burning questions in the entire series. What is the deal with Mr. Poopybutthole? You see, he was first introduced in Total Recall, an episode where the Smith household gets overrun by parasitic aliens. These creatures disguise themselves as friendly, wacky characters by implanting false happy memories into the family's brains. Morty eventually figures out that the parasites can only create good memories. This leads the Smiths to eliminate every character they don't have any bad memories of. But then, there's Mr. Poopybutthole. He shows up for the first time in this episode, just like the Snap Happy Dinosaur and the Reverse Giraffe. But when Beth hits him with a blaster at the end, he doesn't transform into a parasite. He starts bleeding. He's real. The episode ends with him in physical therapy and a devastating message for Beth. He was sorry she didn't have any bad memories of him. This leaves a huge puzzle. If he wasn't a parasite, what was he? How did he suddenly appear? Why did the family have only good memories of him? What many overlooked is that just because he wasn't one of the parasites doesn't mean he isn't a parasite of a different kind. In fact, the show's creator, Dan Harmon, once proposed a mind-bending theory. He suggested that Mr. Poopybutthole could be a more advanced species. Think of it this way: where there are flies, there are spiders. Wherever these parasites start to bloom, maybe a creature like Mr. Poopybutthole shows up. He suggested this species might subsist on lives just as hermit crabs steal shells. This advanced being could take advantage of the holes the other parasites put in a person's memory, burrowing into those pre-existing gaps. And as Harmon teased, maybe the same powers that let him do that also let him talk directly to the audience. This is where the mystery deepens. Mr. Poopybutthole can talk to the audience. At the end of Season 2, and again at the end of Season 3, he breaks the fourth wall, acknowledging he's on a TV show. This is a massive deal. For a show that is very meta, the only characters who ever address the audience are Rick and his family. So Mr. Poopybutthole has an ability only the Smith family possesses. He also uses the pronoun we when talking about the show's return, and in his post-credits scene, he has pictures labeling the Smiths as his family. This implies a bond far deeper than just a family friend. It's a connection that hints at a secret identity that could change everything. But this simple explanation was just the beginning. Let's look at the facts with Occam's razor. The simplest solution is often the right one. Mr. Poopybutthole was introduced in an episode full of parasites. Ergo, he's probably a parasite. But the proof isn't just his timing, it's his behavior. To put it mildly, his actions are incredibly suspicious. First, Mr. Poopybutthole clearly has memory manipulation powers, perhaps even stronger than the other parasites. At the start of Total Recall, viewers see the usual Rick and Morty credit sequence, except this time, Mr. Poopybutthole was suddenly in each of those scenes. One moment in particular stands out, a scene from the canonical episode Look Who's Purging Now. Viewers know for a fact Mr. Poopybutthole was not present for that adventure. This means he has the same power of fiddling with memory as the other parasites. But his power is stronger. The other brainworms only create new, pleasant memories. Mr. Poopybutthole inserted himself into the memory of an unpleasant life or death experience. This supports the co-creator's theory of him being a more advanced parasite. Beyond that, he behaves just like the other parasites. Throughout the episode, the parasites have one goal: create confusion so they can multiply and convince Rick to lower the blast shields, letting them escape. Mr. Poopybutthole does the exact same things. He starts by downplaying the problem, suggesting Rick got the first one in time. He then expresses concern once the blast doors are lowered, saying it feels claustrophobic. But his next line is the most important. It's It's only after the blast doors are down that he causes everyone to hop into a flashback, reminding them of a time they all got stuck in an elevator. This is the story that prompts everyone to start flashing back to other memories. This, in turn, prompts the arrival for the first new wave of parasites. None of this would have happened without him. He provided the means for the parasites to multiply in the Smiths' brains by opening the floodgates of false memory. It all begins with him. And finally, what's the first thing Rick says about these parasites? They put memories in the brain so they can live in the house and eat the food. And what does Mr. Poopy Butthole do at the end of the episode after all the chaos is over? He exclaims that he's hungry and asks for a pork chop. In terms of Rick's criteria, he's a solid 3 for 3. But his real power was something far stranger. To understand how deep these secrets go, we have to look at another completely separate mystery. Many people are crazy about the hidden details in Rick and Morty, but one of the strangest involves a background character fans call Rainbow Suspenders Guy. This character appears in many episodes, as far back as Lawnmower Dog. He's on a bus in Close Rick Counters, and he's even in the first Interdimensional Cable episode, protesting the rights of trunk people. But his shirt always seemed off. The laces look like Roman numerals. That's because they are. The thing is, this guy was originally meant to be part of an elaborate crossover with another beloved show, Gravity Falls. Rainbow Suspenders Guy was meant to span both shows, with his appearances in Rick and Morty containing half of the secret code, and the other half existing in Gravity Falls. The creators of both shows, Justin Roiland and Alex Hirsch, planned this as a once-in-a-lifetime event. The code was supposed to spell out the word confidence as a message to the fans at home cracking their codes. Unfortunately, Gravity Falls ended its run before this could ever happen, and the code went unfinished. At least, it was unfinished until the release of the Rick and Morty video game, Pocket Mortys. This game is a goldmine for theory content. In it, Rick collects different types of Mortys. The longest Morty evolution chain involves Mortys wearing different colored shirts, eventually ending in a Rainbow Shirt Morty. And wouldn't you know it, Rainbow Shirt Morty has a familiar looking t-shirt. This time, the Roman numerals are 18, 1, and 13. In battle, the back of the shirt reveals the key. A equals 1. This simple substitution cipher gives the letters RAM for Rick and Morty. To seal the deal, waiting at the top of that football design is a pattern that should look very familiar to Gravity Falls fans. The all-seeing eye, the symbol of the show's all-powerful villain, Bill Cipher. This proves the creators love hiding universe-spanning secrets in plain sight, and the secret of Mr. Poopy Butthole is their biggest one yet. His true identity connects back to one person. Mr. Poopy Butthole has powers and a backstory that just don't add up. Unless he's not a character at all. What if Mr. Poopy Butthole is an alternate timeline version of Morty? It sounds crazy, but let's look at the evidence. First, Rick constantly talks about Morty as if he's a parasite on his life. He frequently refers to Morty using words for, well, stuff that would exit a poopy butthole. He even coins a new curse word based on him. The name fits. A human parasite like Morty, who has followed Rick for years, would absolutely know they are on a TV show. This explains the fourth wall breaks. It would also explain the teleportation ability Mr. Poopy Butthole seems to have, and the incredible closeness he feels to the Smith family. There are also surface level similarities. Morty and Mr. Poopy Butthole have similar vocal mannerisms. Morty has his famous "aw geez" stammer, while Mr. Poopy Butthole has his elongated "ooh-wee." They are, to put it mildly, pretty darn similar. But the connections go from suspicious to undeniable in the episode Morty's Mind Blowers. This episode is about memories erased from Morty's mind. Each memory is color-coded. Red are Rick's mistakes, blue are Morty's, and purple are family mistakes. In one flash of memories, viewers can see Mr. Poopy Butthole proposing to Morty. This memory is purple, a family mistake erased by a member of the family. Then there's the extra content. After Season 2, a website was launched showing the Galactic Federation monitoring the Smith family. Mr. Poopy Butthole's file is classified. The comment on his entry reads, "Is this a human?" It's weird, right? So the Federation itself, a species that deals with thousands of aliens, can't even classify him. He's mistaken for a human. He feels an extra close bond to the family, and he's the only other character to break the fourth wall. What if he doesn't just look like a weird alien? What if he's a Morty that's been changed? We know Mortys come in all shapes and sizes, like Hammerhead Morty and Lizard Morty. A blue shirt Morty even exists in the Pocket Mortys game. But the final clue was hidden where no one looked. The most shocking evidence is in the Poopy in My Pants web extra. Mr. Poopybutthole scrapbook is the smoking gun. We see he attended Harry Herpson High, Morty's school. His world is also crawling with Cronenbergs, the nightmare creatures that a Morty's actions must create. This proves his home dimension is a world a Morty ruined. But the real kicker? When his son is born, there's a congratulations card signed by Summer. This seems impossible when you spot a prescription bottle nearby dated 2345. This is a massive wow factor. The show's creators have one huge rule: no time travel. That means MPB is from hundreds of years in the future, and that card cannot be from our Summer. Let's put the pieces together. He's from a future Cronenberg world that had a Morty and a Summer. He breaks the fourth wall just like the Smiths. He's classified as weirdly human and is desperate for their affection. The conclusion is chilling. Mr. Poopybutthole is a Morty. He's a Morty from a dark future timeline. A human parasite trying to integrate with a version of the family he lost. So is Mr. Poopybutthole a tragic hero or a sinister invader? Does this theory change how you see him? Let us know what you think. Make sure to like and subscribe for more secrets. But it all makes you wonder, if he's a Morty, who is his Rick?